Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am CurlyGirlAngelaG, and today we're going to be doing a massive declutter. I have a whole little tub of stuff here. I am trying to make 2024 the year of just really enjoying what I own, and these are products that I either don't reach for, some of them are expired, some of them I just don't like, or I have other things that are very similar that I prefer. So I will be passing all of these products that don't need to go into the trash because they're expired along to my sisters and nieces. So they're not going to waste. I have a lot of family, but I just wanted to share a little declutter with you, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the first item is one that I'm actually pretty sad about because this was not cheap. I purchased this myself. It's the Kosas Glow IV Vitamin Enriched Skin Enhancer. And while I like this, it is very glittery and already starting to separate. And I haven't had it that long, like a year-ish. I don't think even quite a year. But it's already starting to separate in the tube, and it's super glittery, like actual pieces of glitter on my face. So I'm going to pass this along. I have other illuminators that I much prefer, and hopefully somebody else doesn't mind the glitter. This is just not something that's for my skin type. This is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer in the green shade to cover up redness. I don't typically have much redness, so I just don't see a use for this in my collection, so I'm going to pass that along. This one I have shade 1 of. It's the right shade. So I had originally ordered this. It's the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I had ordered it in shade 1. They sent me shade 2 instead. And so then I called them and they sent me the correct shade but told me to keep this one. Well, this one's just too dark for my skin, so I don't need both shades of it. So I'm going to pass that along and let somebody else get some use out of it. This was a primer that my friend Kyra at Journey and Beauty had given me, and it just doesn't work under the foundations I enjoy wearing. It's the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. This is a silicone-y type of smoothing primer, pore filling primer, and I have other primers that I prefer that don't pill, so I'm going to pass that along. This is the Item Beauty liquid eyeshadow. It's really pretty in Lunar Drop, but it's definitely drying out, and liquid glitters tend to irritate my eyes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass that along or probably toss it, honestly, but yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. Then we have this little Deer Beach little cream blush, and I have other ones that are big enough to actually put a brush in that are the same shade, so I'm gonna get rid of that. This is from McQueen, New York. This is their Lip and Cheek in a peachy shade. I can't remember the exact shade, but this is just getting old and dried out, so I'm going to pass that on. This is the Fab Looks Contour and Highlight little duo, and it's too cool for me. I just don't contour with those kinds of shades, so I'm going to go ahead and pass that on. This is the Belief Beauty Cream Blush in Tropical Sunset, and I have the pink one as well, but this color is just a little too orangey for me, and I have a couple of other cream and liquid blushes that are orange as well that I prefer, so I'm going to pass that along. I have an eyeliner that's dried out. This is the LA Colors Gel Eyeliner in Party Time. It's really pretty, but it's just dry. It doesn't go on my waterline. I could barely get that even on there, so I'm going to let that go. This is the NARS matte cream in Let's Go Crazy. This is a beautiful shade, and it's my friend Kyra's signature color, but I just don't wear colors like this, so I'm gonna let that one go. This is a ColourPop lippy stick in Brink, and this is just old, and I was going through all my lippies not too long ago and getting rid of things that I had a lot of crossover, and this was one of them, so I'm gonna let that go. This is the Lancome Ultra Precise Waterproof Liner, and I got this in PR, but it is just really dry. I can get it on my hand, but every time I go to use it on my lid over eyeshadow, it just skips, so I'm gonna get rid of that. This is a little blush, Rosa blush. I don't even know what that says, that I got from Kyra. I think it came in her daughter's Ipsy bag or something, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. This is a little single shadow from Half Baked in Pinky Promise. I did use this once. It was pretty, but it's kind of chunky. Elf Cheek Duo in Watermelon. It's just a little too dark for me, so I'm going to pass that along. This is a NARS lip pencil in I can't even say the name, but I just don't use it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass that along. Then we have a foundation. This is the Fablux Cell Glow Essence Cream Foundation. I just could not get this to work on my skin, so I'm going to get rid of that. A Milk Makeup Brow. This is the Kush Brow Shadow Stick, and it just didn't work for me. It's not the right shade, and so I'm going to pass that along. It's one of those like weird little teardrop shaped ones. This is another eyeliner I actually used a lot, but it's dried out. This is the ColourPop Bambi Collection in Meadow, and it's all dried out, so I could barely get that on there, so I'm gonna let that go. This is Milani Teddy Bear lipstick. Again, same thing. I just had a lot of the similar colors, so I'm letting that one go, and it kind of smells like crayons. The Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, just not right for my skin type, letting that go. Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Powder in Catwalk Pink. This is pretty, but I wouldn't use half of it, and it is pretty glittery, so I'm gonna let that go. The Jouer in Marigold and Rose Petal Blush. I'm going to let that go. I just never reach for it for some reason. This is an old number 7 Translucent Perfect Light Loose Powder. I just don't use this one, so I'm going to let it go. This is a Michu Beauty Single Blush, and I'm going to let that one go. This is the Patrick Star and MAC Blush. And it's too dark for me and not the right color, so I just don't use it. I'm gonna let go of the extra e.l.f. putty primer that I have. Let somebody else who would like it have it. This is a ColourPop Love Story Pressed Blush, and I just don't reach for that one. The Anastasia Beverly Hills in Tawny. This is a bronzer. I just don't ever reach for it, so I'm gonna let that one go. The ColourPop Topanga Lippy Stick, again, just a shade I don't tend to reach for a whole lot, so I'm going to let that one go. This Ole Henriksen SPF 30 Banana Bright Mineral Sunscreen, I just don't like this for my skin type, and it is still good, so I'm going to let that go so somebody can use it up before it expires. Then we've got this e.l.f. Seriously Satin in Cherry. And it's really pretty. In fact, I've worn this before, but I don't need that many red lips, and I have other formulas I like better, so I'm going to let that one go. This is a little YC Collection little shadow 4-pan. I'm going to let that go. An Estate little duo in Baby Girl. I'm going to let that one go. The Natasha Denona Mini Star Palette. I'm going to let this go, and I'm sad about that, but I never reach for this. And I think there's somebody out there who would love this. Then we have the Juvia's Place, the Saharan. Just not shades that I reach for a lot, so I'm going to let that go. This is a Clinique All Aglow palette. It's a cheek palette, and I just never reach for it, so I'm going to let that go. The Tati Beauty palette, I'm sad about this, but I literally have used this like twice in the year that I've had it, and I never reach for it, and the glitters I would never use, so I'm going to pass that on. The Dominique Cosmetics Unconditional palette, I just don't reach for this. It's got a big chunky glitter in it too, and I just don't like dealing with glitter. This is the Violet Voss Sunkissed Summer palette. This is pretty and actually right up my alley, but I just have other palettes with shadows that I prefer the formula of in similar shades, so I'm going to let go of that. This is the RMS Beauty Face Palette, the Central Skin Trio, and it's really pretty. I just never reach for it. So this is the Profusion Emeralds palette. I have had this for several years now, and I've used it maybe once, so I'm gonna let that go. And last but not least, this one makes me sad, but I literally never reach for it. This is the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival. This is very bright and colorful and pretty, and I would literally be keeping it for this shade and this shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass that along because I know that I have a sister who would absolutely love this. All right, so that is everything I'm getting rid of. I do have another small box of stuff, but it's already taped up that I'm sending to my girl Kyra. So when she opens it, I'll have her send me a picture and I'll post it on my community page. But if you enjoyed today's declutter, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss future videos. I'll have an empties video coming very soon. Check out the end screen and the cards up in the eye. I can't remember which side it's on for previous videos. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I'm on TikTok and Instagram as well, and it's the same handle there. So be sure to check that out. and everything important will be in the description box. I'm not going to list everything I decluttered, but everything else important will be down there. And I will see you again very soon. Have an absolutely beautiful day wherever you are. Bye.